Margaret Sanger was a pioneer of sex education. She published a column in the newspaper called What Every Girl Should Know to educate women about sex. As a nurse, many of the patients she treated had tried to terminate their own pregnancies or had undergone unsafe abortions. She sought to educate women on birth control and to make contraceptives available so women could avoid unnecessary suffering. However, under the Comstock Act of 1873, it was illegal to circulate materials related to contraception and abortion, which forced Sanger to flee to England to avoid a prison sentence. In 1914, Sanger coined the term birth control and began to provide women with information concerning contraceptives. In 1921, despite fierce opposition, Sanger founded the American Birth Control League, which was the precursor to Planned Parenthood Federation. She also started the National Committee on Federal Legislation for Birth Control, which was key to the 1936 court decision to allow birth control devices to be imported to the country. Years later, still frustrated with the ineffectiveness and the lack of new developments in contraceptive methods in the United States, she set out on a mission to develop an oral contraceptive pill, or a magic pill. In 1951, she joined forces with the medical expert Gregory Pincus on this project. The successful creation of the oral contraceptive drug Inovid led to the 1965 Supreme Court case Griswold v. Connecticut, in which it was ruled that the private use of contraceptives was a constitutional right. In the United States today, roughly 62% of women of reproductive age use contraceptives, with the most common method being the pill. Birth control is now covered by the most health insurance companies and has been deemed a vital and widely accepted aspect in women's health. Planned Parenthood, which grew from Margaret Sanger's American Birth Control League, provides health care that helps women prevent an estimated 515,000 unintended pregnancies and 216,000 abortions every year. It is estimated that 1 in 5 women in the U.S. have visited a Planned Parenthood health center. Without Margaret Sanger's activism and hard work, there may not be access to birth control in the United States, and Planned Parenthood, which helps thousands of women all over the country, would not exist. Access to birth control is a necessity and allows women to plan their family and have control over their bodies. This was something that Margaret Sanger recognized and devoted her life and career in order to make birth control accessible for all and to provide proper sex education to women all over the country. If it wasn't for Margaret Sanger's influence, women's health in the United States would be drastically different.